This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on 39 Dunedin News, the DCC signs up to a lucrative deal that'll see the city taking toxic waste from other centres. A personal battle with cancer lays the foundation for a local man's new role with the New Zealand Lung Foundation. And our status as a tech-savvy city is bolstered with a worldwide software launch. Good evening, Dunedin. I'm Rebecca Dupree. Dunedin is making way for imported landfill waste as part of a multi-million-dollar project. The Green Island landfill is taking on more than 10,000 tonnes of waste from Christchurch, and it's contaminated with a toxic substance.
A growing sight for sore eyes. The Green Island landfill is taking on even more waste as part of a scheme between Dunedin and Christchurch.
We're expecting about between 10,000 and 12,000 tonnes of lightly contaminated land down from Christchurch, so it's contaminated with asbestos.
Contractors will be working up until Christmas as part of a 3-month project to transport the waste south. The fill from Christchurch contains traces of asbestos, but council staff say there's no need for locals to worry.
It's considered to be at a very low risk. It is in with soil. Nevertheless, the company and our environmental engineer at the landfill are taking all the precautions necessary.
Details of the multi-million-dollar waste transfer are being cited as commercially sensitive. It's also a state highway roading project can go ahead in Christchurch. Council staff say landfill levies are cheaper in Dunedin and the deal will be a lucrative one for the city.
Green Island is a landfill that can take hazardous material and contaminated land. We're consented to do so. We haven't gone and sought the business. Basically, the company has come to us. It's a commercial decision, so they've looked around and decided it was worth paying the cost to transport it and pay the landfill charges at Green Island.
The landfill can take more than 2 million tonnes of waste before it reaches capacity. Council staff say they'd rather deal with the contaminated material than see it deposited elsewhere, as they're equipped for the task. Annabelle Dick, 39 Dunedin News.
The Southern District Health Board is working to rectify an embarrassing failure in training junior doctors. The embattled board is being given until May to drastically improve its training program at Dunedin Hospital. It failed an inspection by the Medical Council for gaining accreditation to train doctors in their first 2 years after medical school. The board is operating under an interim accreditation expiring on May the 11th. Last December it lost the right to train intensive care unit specialists at Dunedin Hospital. And in July, the National Orthopaedic Association pulled its accreditation for doctors being trained locally. A lack of management and supervision is blamed, with junior doctors reportedly overworked. A senior lecturer at the University of Otago is taking a leading role within the newly formed New Zealand Lung Foundation. He's been chosen as the organisation's first patient ambassador after battling lung cancer, and he's planning how to best use the opportunity.
A picture of health. He's in good shape now, but 2 years ago, this healthy non-smoker was diagnosed with advanced lung cancer. Several rounds of chemotherapy were unsuccessful, but with the help of a new trial drug, he's in remission.
Within 9 days, the cough had gone, and I was getting fitter and fitter, and after 2 months I was running, and on the CT scan everything was disappearing, and now if you look at today, still on the X-ray, you cannot see any of the cancer. It's just it's nice and clear.
It's his experience with the disease that's led him to become the first patient ambassador for the New Zealand Lung Foundation. He's a senior lecturer at the university's School of Pharmacology and Toxicology. After his recovery, he was looking for some sponsorship for a half marathon and was offered a position he couldn't refuse.
It just so happened that the Lung Foundation New Zealand was starting up just in a couple of weeks, and they got in contact with me and said they were looking for a patient spokesman or advocate or ambassador, and would I be happy to do that, and I agreed.
The foundation was launched this month to raise awareness around lung health and make it a priority. More than 1,500 people die from lung cancer in New Zealand each year. Dr. Ashton wants to use his role as an ambassador to get expensive pharmaceutical products funded and kill stigma around the disease.
One of the things we're really aiming to do is to show that, yes, really anyone can get lung cancer. Two, it is compared to other cancers understudied and, at least in academic research, underfunded. I don't think up until now there's no charitable sort of funds for lung cancer research.
The Foundation's launch coincides with Lung Health Awareness Month. Dr. Ashton's already helping to guide other lung cancer patients through their journey with the disease. Annabelle Dick, 39 Dunedin News.
A Chinese delegation is spending 2 days in and around the city learning about local food safety practices. Members of the Shanghai People's Congress have toured southern clams in Dunedin before visiting Silver Fern Farms in Balclutha. They're being hosted by the Dunedin City Council, which facilitated the visit. Dunedin and Shanghai have a strong sister city relationship. The Chinese delegates have been learning about how the origin of food can be verified. They've also paid a visit to Ag Research's Invermay campus near Moskiel. A new innovation by local software developers is being launched worldwide from Bath Street. It's about making property management easier for all users, and it's also helping to establish Dunedin's profile as a tech-savvy city.
An innovative new concept. Local software developers are sending their latest product into the world, further cementing Dunedin's growing reputation as a business technology hub.
The existing products out there and companies worldwide are doing an okay job. We're about doing it great, and so we see a big opportunity and want to be the global leader, so watch the space.
Merkin and his team have been working to make property management easier by developing a new deed of lease template. They believe it's the first of its kind in the world and are already seeing interest from companies around the globe.
This is the first system globally that we know of that actually brings in all of the parties into a single system, and what it does, as well as generating the deed, is it then goes on to automate the whole process of that lease. So every time there are critical dates like a rent review or renewal, it will email the parties. Every time there's a change to an agreement, it can be done within the NOMOS system, and then the actual timeline of the agreement is all within the deed as well.
Experts from all over the country have been helping to shape the new document, taking into account modern issues like earthquake strengthening. It's about making the process easier and faster for users. Even the city's mayor is getting behind the project, launching it on behalf of the company.
Since the Gigatown stuff, Dunedin's been a great place for us. It allows us, everything's online, so what we're hoping to do is become the global leader. Our product is very much for any organisation globally.
Dunedin's quickly becoming known as a leader in technology innovation. This firm is just one of many recently set up by locals, starting from scratch with the goal of raising the bar internationally. Rosie Mannins, 39 Dunedin News.
Still to come on 39 Dunedin News, a local charity receives thousands just in time for Christmas, and we find out why a Dunedin student is seeking help with whale watching.
Girls Talk this month is full of inspirational gift ideas. There's books, storage solutions and delicious treats. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page to be in to win some fantastic prizes from the show. Join us on Dunedin TV for Girls Talk.
Every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell menswear, it fits.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. gillians.co.nz.
Hedges are something we almost take for granted. A good hedge needs regular maintenance to look its best and to add value and character to your property. For all your hedge care needs, call the team at SGC Services on 0800 783 453.
Ever-ready mowers and chainsaws, Husqvarna outdoor power equipment for all the jobs no matter what the size. Give Graham a call on 4552 555 or visit our new showroom at the roundabout end of Andersons Bay Road. We sell the best and service the rest.
Christie Glass Houses and Sheds. Good to grow stuff in. The first choice for gardeners for over 100 years. Built to withstand extreme weather conditions and hard work. Full range of options available. Thomas Burns Street across the road from the railway station. Free call 0800 Allens.
Big Orange for all your movies, records, books and games, pre-loved needs, vinyl records, 45s and DVDs. A South Dunedin family-owned business for over 15 years. Check us out on Facebook. We're opposite Westpac on the sunny side of King Edward Street.
Congratulations, you're getting married. Hi, I'm James Morris, wedding celebrant, and it's my privilege and a pleasure to bring you the perfect ceremony for your perfect day. Don't wait or contemplate. Your consultation is free with no obligation. jamesmorris.co.nz.
Pallet fires are growing in popularity in Otago, with people who want a clean and efficient form of home heating. The sight of a burning flame without the problems of chopping, stacking and carting wood around is a winner. Pallet fires, so easy, so efficient.
McClellan Refrigeration is your one-stop shop for heat pumps in Dunedin. We have a range of heating, air conditioning and refrigeration solutions. We also have 20 years experience. McClellan Refrigeration, call us on 477 0088.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
Welcome back. The city now has about 30,000 possible connections to ultra-fast broadband. That covers access to homes, schools and businesses. The project to provide access to the majority of Dunedin's population is just over halfway through, with about 53% of the required infrastructure now in place. That figure comes from the government, which is aiming for 3/4 of the country's population to have access within 4 years. Dunedin is well ahead after winning the National Gigatown competition last November. And on that note, let's take a look at today's financials. The NZX 50 has closed the day up 24 points. It's now at 6,101. The FTSE is down 29 points. And to the exchange rates, the Kiwi dollar is down very slightly against the pound, but we are up against the greenback, the Aussie, the yen and the euro. Thousands of dollars has just been donated to Food Cheer, the local business that distributes unused fresh food to needy residents. Chief Executive Deborah Manning joins us to talk about the latest fundraising and how the organisation is growing. Good evening.
Good evening.
Tell us how Food Cheer works.
Food Cheer is Dunedin's food rescue organisation, so we identify perishable food that's destined to be disposed of, and we repurpose that food by delivering it to social service agencies to feed people in need in our community.
When and why did you set it up?
I first set it up in 2012 because I saw it as a really smart solution to the problems of food waste and food insecurity, and I was looking for a challenge and I wanted to get involved.
And tell us about your recent fundraiser.
Well, recently we had a fundraiser at the Dunedin Town Hall. It was sponsored by the Dunedin's Golden Centre Mall. We were their charity of choice for this year. It was a wonderful evening. We had 350 people attend. We had beautiful food and entertainment, and we had a charity auction.
How much money was raised?
$56,000 was raised on the night.
That is a handsome sum. So what is that money going to be used for?
That money will be used to keep our van on the road and keep our small little organisation running, the lights on and our chillers, keeping our food cold and just expanding our services to offer more more of our service to local food businesses. We also want to offer some educational programs and some engagement opportunities next year.
What's an average week like for Food Share?
We work 6 days a week collecting food and distributing it, and we collect probably in those 6 days between 4 and 5 tonnes of food. When that food goes back out into the community, it's the equivalent of about 12,000 meals.
Who do you deliver food to?
Any social service agency in Dunedin that is delivering a food service to people in need. That might be food parcels, it might be community meals, it might be cooking classes. As long as they're not charging for the food that they provide, then we're happy to deliver to them.
How many people have you got working at the Food Share base here in Dunedin?
In Dunedin we have 5 part-time workers, a couple of drivers who provide a fantastic service for us, a manager and some administration people.
Now you've just started a similar venture in Auckland.
Yes, we have. We started at the beginning of this year a food rescue in Auckland, which is called Kiwi Harvest. We've been going since March, and already we're at capacity. So our one van is already collecting to its maximum each day and delivering that food out to those in need in the community.
What's your ultimate goal for this business?
I think ultimately I'd like to see services or information provided to any business in any town and any city to rescue food, to repurpose food, to build strong communities and reduce food waste to landfill.
Chief Executive of Food Share, Deborah Manning, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
After the break on 39 Dunedin News, a PhD student seeks public input for her final project, and a local animal welfare group is on the receiving end of public generosity thanks to a nationwide campaign.
Do you want support for your breathing? You are not alone. In New Zealand, over 600,000 people have some form of breathing difficulty, especially with the high pollen season in New Zealand. Puff Plus is an excellent natural product developed to support lung function and breathing difficulties. Puff Plus is so effective, you get a no questions asked, money-back guarantee on the first purchase. Give it a go, you have nothing to lose. Call now, 0800 502 402. Take as directed. If symptoms persist, see your healthcare professional.
Chiropractic care is a drug-free way of sorting out stress and pain by getting your spine in line with body and brain. At Mosgiel Chiropractic and Wellbeing, we provide family chiropractic care. Feel taller, lighter and brighter. Call Mosgiel Chiropractic and Wellbeing today, 484-7272.
They've got all, it's all about our customer care, great food, great coffee, and supported by some awesome staff. We think it's very important that the customers when they come in here have a good experience and leave wanting to come back. And I think in a nutshell, that's what the Good Oil is all about.
At your locally owned and operated Veggie Boys store, we've got fresh produce daily, fruit, veggies and more. Competitive prices is just one of the reasons people come to us in all seasons. Convenient locations and friendly crew, Veggie Boys Dunedin, come try something new. Stores in the north, the south, be our guest, Centre City as well to serve you the best. Daily specials on produce that are hard to beat, all tasty and healthy and all good to eat. Don't forget we've also got your milk, bread and meat. Veggie Boys Dunedin, you're guaranteed a treat.
Mosgiel Mowers Plus can help you with products to make your garden maintenance jobs easier. Lawn mowers, ride-ons, chainsaws, line trimmers. Sales and service are our specialty. Mosgiel Mowers Plus. Phone 489 3572 22B Gordon Road, Mosgiel.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Mobility Scooters Otago. Mobility scooters, new and used, electric manual wheelchairs, strollers and walkers. Free home demonstration and delivery. Call Tony on 03 455 2875 or visit our showroom, 211 King Edward Street, opposite Westpac.
Pregnant? Need to talk? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Pregnancy counselling services are here to help. It's free, it's confidential. Call us now on 0800 773 462.
Girls Talk this month is full of inspirational gift ideas. There's books, storage solutions and delicious treats. Don't forget to check out our Facebook page to be in to win some fantastic prizes from the show. Join us on Dunedin TV for Girls Talk.
Welcome back. Thousands of dollars worth of gear has been stolen from a Roslyn house that was ransacked in a burglary. The Sligo Terrace home was entered through an unlocked door yesterday. 2 laptops, an iPad and several bottles of alcohol were taken and the home rummaged through. The contents of a jewellery box was also stolen and the occupants are compiling a list of what's missing. Police say a bag of potatoes was emptied onto the floor and the sack used to carry stolen goods. A local PhD student is doing her part to support the conservation of whales. The final research project is looking at managing the expectations and regulations around whale watching, and she's calling for the public's input.
Combining a love of conservation with a passion for communication. This University of Otago student is exploring the best way to communicate scientific research to the public. She's looking into perceptions of whale watching and the expectations people have in an effort to improve the experience.
Well, New Zealand being one of the wildlife countries for people to come to, there's lots of tourism of course happening, and whether it's a penguin or a whale or an albatross, the same ideas are, in terms of how can we have people view them in a responsible kind of a way and in a good way for everyone.
Over the past few months she's been engaging with experts within the whale watching community. Now she's hoping to survey locals to better gauge public perception of the tourist activity.
I'd love to get people's feedback who have never been whale watching before, who would like to go and who are happy to have a look at a short video that we produced as a means of communicating science better to the general public, and see what they think about it and how they would feel about the video, but also about aspects of whale watching if they were to go.
She's hoping to figure out ways of managing whale watchers' expectations while simplifying associated rules and regulations. Her study is also about building public engagement around science and making people feel included.
We have to make science relevant to people's lives, and we have to connect people with that. And that's not the head that's doing that, that's the heart that's doing it. And I think if we care about something, we tend to look after it. That's a human characteristic. And I think that's where we have to go in terms of communication.
She's heading to San Francisco next month to present her research to academics in similar fields. After finishing her PhD, she's aiming to continue with conservation-based communication projects. Ruby McAndrew, 39, Dunedin News.
A local animal welfare group is being given a helping hand thanks to a nationwide charity scheme. Dog Rescue Dunedin is being allocated over 300 bags of dry dog food. It's part of the Perino Donate a Bag campaign. Earlier this year, Kiwis were encouraged to buy the brand's food and register their purchases online, nominating a shelter to receive donations. Almost 3,000 bags of dog food are being given to 8 shelters nationwide as a result. It's the second time Dog Rescue Dunedin has been involved in the campaign, and staff are keen to get on board again next year. And now recapping tonight's top stories on 39 Dunedin News. More than 10,000 tonnes of toxic waste from Christchurch is being dumped at Green Island in a multi-million-dollar deal. A local university academic has become the first patient ambassador for the newly formed Lung Foundation after battling cancer. And local software developers are leading the way globally, launching a new concept while strengthening Dunedin's technology hub status. Well, it's time now to find out what's going to be on the pages of tomorrow's Otago Daily Times. Phil Somerville joins us. Good evening.
Yes, hi Rebecca. I thought our small sample today could begin with the fresh pages. Jude Hathaway, who's been writing about fashion in Dunedin for many, many years, has written about the Otago Polytechnic graduands collection. There's been a show and they're quite amazing as usual. Also on the fresh pages, Joan Bishop talks about how to make Christmas mincemeat. So that might be handy as we rush towards the end of the year. In the news pages, the University Council met today, and stagnant roll numbers means the financial pressure's really coming on. And as far as pictures go, there's a lovely pictures of the Russian ballerinas who are performing in Dunedin. I think it's tomorrow night, out at St Clair with the big waves soaking them. There's been huge waves out at St Clair today.
Oh, that's all in tomorrow's ODT. Thanks, Phil. Time now for local weather.
Weather Update is proudly brought to you in association with Silverhorn's Puff Plus.
And here is today's city view. It's fluffy clouds above Logan Park. Around the city at 3 o'clock this afternoon, 24 degrees for the central city, 28 at the Gardens, very nice, 27 out on the Tyree. To the situation, and this mild northwest flow will increase tomorrow ahead of an active cold front that's due on Thursday. To the forecast for some of the main towns in the lower South Island for tomorrow, mostly cloudy with nor'westers for Invercargill and Gore. Strong nor'westers in Te Anau, some rain there as well. Gusty nor'westers for Alexandra with high cloud and a high of 21. Gusty nor'westers and high cloud for Queenstown, Wanaka and Twizel. Fresh nor'westers for Oamaru. High cloud there as well with a high of 23. And Dunedin tonight remaining fine with a low of 11. Fine again tomorrow with gusty nor'westers and some high cloud at times. We're expecting 23 degrees. We could get used to this. And on Thursday, cloud increasing with nor'westers becoming strong to gale force. So that's not really something to look forward to. And a high of 22. And to the Otago pallet fires tidal and fishing information. Low tide tomorrow morning is at 10:30. High tide follows at 4 o'clock. And there's no improvement to fishing conditions tomorrow. And that's all from the team here at 39 Dunedin News for Tuesday. We'll see you again tomorrow. Good night.
This 39 Dunedin News Bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.